Welcome to FNC Maps. In previous videos, you've learned how to draw polygons as overlays on your maps. As a new feature, or as an additional feature, you can now draw polygon overlays with holes. The use case is pretty simple. You want to mark an area on a map, but some parts of that area are to be excluded, and this is now possible. The term holes might seem a little bit strange, but that is actually the correct technical term, and other mapping providers actually use that term as well. So polygon with holes is actually the correct term if you draw a polygon and you want to take out an area. So how it works in TMS FNC Maps is pretty simple. Just like before, you draw a polygon and then you add a hole, specifying the coordinates for both. You can also add multiple holes. This new geometric shape is supported for Google Maps, OpenLayers, Bing Maps, Here, and MapKit. Let's look at an example. This example shows a Google map centered on the default location of New York in the United States. And if I click Add Polygon, I add an overlay of the Bermuda Triangle, the famous Bermuda Triangle. And now with Add Hole, I can exclude some area right here from that shape. Looking at the source code, you see it's not that difficult. This should look familiar if you've worked with FNC Maps before. First, we clear all the existing polygon overlays on the map. Then we have to define the coordinates of the polygon that we want to draw. In this case, we define an array with 3 items of data type coordinate record array. So these are actually records and not classes. With FNC Maps, you can always decide, do you want to use records or classes? And in this case, the record is the simplest solution. And then we fill the array values with the coordinates of the cities or of the locations that we want to connect with the polygon. In this case, of course, that means we have the coordinates of Miami, a city in Puerto Rico, and of Bermuda. We then create a new polygon instance using maps.addPolygon, and we can customize the polygon, changing its fill color, stroke width, and also the opacity so that it is half transparent, half opaque. As an additional treat, we can zoom to the area that we drew our overlay using zoom to bounds and also specifying the array with the coordinates. Then FNC Maps automatically picks the bounds with the best zoom that the area that we painted is visible. Now to the new ability to actually add a hole to an existing polygon. First, we get the polygon that we already added to the map using the polygons array, getting the first item here. This is a demo application, so I didn't specify one polygon in the class. So we simply pick the first polygon that has been added to the map. And yet again, we create another array with 3 items with another triangle in there. These coordinates are just randomly picked to exclude an area inside of the polygon that we have already drawn. And then we can simply call add hole with these coordinates, and that polygon is being cut out of the shape, so to speak, that we have already painted. Just always keep this image in mind, or even download this demo application from TMS, that you have the polygon, and then with the additional coordinates, you cut out of this polygon, if that is a better description for you, that you think of it as a shape that you cut with your scissors another shape out of. This is available not only for Google Maps, but also for OpenLayers, Bing Maps, Here, and Apple MapKit. I have to remind myself every single time, even though I showed you an example of a VCL application, you could also have created a FireMonkey or a TMS WebCore application. FNC Maps can be used in any of these frameworks. And that means you can write applications for Windows, macOS, Linux, and even the Raspberry Pi using FNC controls, which includes, of course, FNC Maps. If you want to find out more, go to the landing page fnc.tmssoftware.com. There you'll find FNC Maps and even a trial version if you're not a customer already.